Assalamualaikum, my name is MUHAMAD AZRIN bin MUHSIN. My metric number 067864. Today I want to talk about what is a GitHub. Actually, GitHub is a provider of internet hosting for software development and version control using Git. It's offered to distribute a version control and source code management functional of Git, plus its own feature, a code hosting platform for version control and collaboration, and let a group of a team works together and project for everywhere. Next, we talk about elliptic curve digital signature algorithm. ECDSA offers a variant of digital signature algorithm which uses elliptic curve cryptography. EDC is also used for transport layer security, the successor to secure socket layer, by encrypting connection between web browsers and a web application. The encrypted connection of an HTTPS website, illustrated by an image of physical padlock shown in the browser, is made of certificates using ECDSA. Provides a higher degree of security with shorter key length, use less computer power. The bit size of the private key need to be twice the size of the security level in bits. Let's take, for example, a security level of 80 bits. The attacker will need to have at least a default of 8 operations to find the private key. The size of the ECDSA private key should be at least 160 bits. The signature size is the same for both DSA and ECDSA, in which case is approximately 40 bits, whereas is the security level mentioned in a bit. For example, for a security level of 80 bits, the signature size will be at least about 320 bits. Before we get into a much more detailed explanation, it is worth noting that a digital signature is an automatic method where a public key pair and a digital certificate are used as a signature to verify the identity of the recipient or the sender of the information. ECDSA does the same thing as any other digital signature, but in a much more efficient way due to ECDSA use of a smaller keys to create the same level of security as any other digital signature algorithm. Use create as ECDSA certificate, which is a type of electronic document used for authentication of the owner of the certificate. The certificate contains information about the key used to create the certificate into about the owner and signature of the issue of the certificate, who is a verified trusted entity. Next, we talk about 384 speed and digit size. HHA 384 is roughly 50% faster than HHA 224 and HHA 256 on 64 bits machine. Even if it is a digit longer, the speed up is due to the internal computation being performed with 64 bits worth, whereas the other two has function implement 32 bits worth. Next is a security level. HHA 384 is a non-vulnerable to large extension attacks. For example, HHA 384 generate a 512 byte signature. SHA-2 is known for security. It is important to note that SHA-2 has not broken down like its predecessor, which is the SHA1, and it is speed around 515 80 rounds. And next is what is a hash. A cryptographic hash is which is a cache we can also refer to as a digit or fingerprint or something. Even signature is an almost perfectly unique string of the character that is generated from the separate disk of text, which is the input. SHA-3A4 is a truncated version of SHA-512 computing with the different initial values. For example, SHA-3A4 generates a 512-bit signature. Next, we talk about how does SHA-3A4 really work. Let's take for example, suppose a user input JoJo as the input text. The generated hash will be the following: F5, F6, and so on until A38. The hash function generates signature or fingerprint for a given in the string just now. If we change even a single letter of our initial input, the output will be different, which is we call it unique. For example, if we write Georgia instead of Jojo, the output we get is 4, 1, 5, and 6, and so on. If we look at the respective output closely, we can definitely see that the output is different compared to each other, even though only one input letter was changed in the input string. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad FAUZAN bin KHAIRIL AZHAR. My metric numbers is 065486. I will present to you what same hash output. It can be said that the output of a hash is almost unique because there are an infinite number of output strings, considering there will only be around 512 bits in the output, even though the number of possible input is infinite, meaning that some input will hash the same output. What that happen? That is what we call a collision, and let's just say that the chance of it happening is almost impossible, or rather almost zero. This is based on the calculation which the operation result in the following number. The main purpose of hash function is first, to scramble data deterministically. Second, to accept an input of arbitrary length and output a fixed length result. And third, to manipulate data irreversibly. Why GitHub use SHA-3A4? Because secure hashing algorithms are required in all digital signatures and certificates relating to SSL or TLS connections, but they are more used to SHAs as well. SHAs are also used to hash password so that the server only needs to remember hashes rather than password. In this way, if an attacker steals the database containing all the hashes, they will not have direct access to all of the plain text password. They will also need to find a way to crack the hashes to be able to use the password. SHAs can also work as indicator of a file integrity. If a file has been changed in transit, the resulting hash digest created from the hash function will not match the hash digest originally created and sent by the file's owner. What the advantage and disadvantage from GitHub point of view? Advantage. First, GitHub digital certificate that prove your identity to a remote computer. Second, GitHub digital certificate that ensure the identity of a remote computer. GitHub use SHA-2 because of its high security plus its speed. This makes user data protected without having to worry while using this site. This also makes GitHub as a website invulnerable to length extension attacks as it implemented that SHA 384. And disadvantage is, even though SHA 2 was faster than SHA 3 on the software side, it is slower on hardware side. GitHub also might want to change the security to use SHA 3, as it seems that this new version of SHA is getting faster year by year. And last but not least, susceptible to pre-image attacks. And this is digital certificate issue to GitHub. That's all from our team. Take care. Assalamualaikum. Bye.